All right, Chuck, these are the figures you agreed to. This is your term, your rate, and your base monthly payment. I want to let you know you can take delivery of the vehicle at that base monthly payment with your approved credit. However, based on what you told me earlier, it may not be the best option for you. There are a lot of options available to you. It's my responsibility to go over them with you. May I begin?
Yep.
Great. By choosing the preferred option, you are going to receive a 72-month, 75,000-mile comprehensive warranty. This warranty is going to mirror your factory warranty. You're going to have everything except wear and tear items with low $100 deductible. Also, if your vehicle has to be kept overnight, you will get a 5-day rental. Next is your 3-for-1 tire and wheel. In the event that you do hit one of those potholes out there, damage a rim, puncture a tire, hit a nail, screw, any kind of road hazard, they will repair or replace in a limited number of times with no deductible. Your wheel, tire, rim, do the mounting, the balancing. Also with that, it's going to be a windshield protection. So you're going to have, you get a chip in your paint, someone hits a rock up into it, a crack up to 6 inches, that's all covered. And paintless dent repair, any kind of dings, dents in the body of the vehicle, as long as the paint is not compromised, that's going to be covered, a limited number of times, no deductible. That's a 4-inch dent, and that's about the size of a softball. Next is your gap insurance. Are you familiar with gap?
Yes.
All right, great. So as you know, when your vehicle is first taken off the lot, that's when it loses most of its value. If your car, in the event of a total loss, is totaled or stolen, your insurance company is only going to pay up to that lowered value. What gap insurance does, as you know, is pay the difference between how much you still owe and how much your bank is going to give you. Gap insurance is especially important if you don't put 20% down or roll any equity into the vehicle, and they are going to pay up to $1,000 of your deductible. Lastly is going to be your Driver Plus program. This is a Ford maintenance program. It's a really comprehensive program compared to most similarly priced programs that only pay for oil changes, tire rotations, and this does cover that every 5,000 miles up to for 3 years. They're also going to cover things like brakes, belts, hoses, $15,000, $30,000 intervals. Here are your payment options at the bottom. Next is your value option. It's going to give you everything your preferred option gave you, except you will be forfeiting that Drivers Plus program. For me, one of the biggest reasons to get that program was budgeting reasons. It's really hard for me to look at how much am I going to have to save next month for belts, brakes, all maintenance items that you are going to have to pay for because they're maintenance. The other advantage of that is oil prices are just like gas prices right now. They're only going to go one direction. They're going to get more expensive. You're going to get to pay for what oil is now, not what it is for 3 years from now. Also, a manager of ours, his brother-in-law, bought a truck. It was actually a lease, 33,000 miles, his transmission went. Even though it was still covered under the factory warranty, Ford did not pay for it because he did not do his 30,000 mile interval of coming and getting the car checked out. Ford said we would have saw what was wrong with the car at 30,000 miles, fixed it. So he did have to put a couple $1,000s down to fix his transmission. Here are payment options at the bottom. In the basic option, you're going to get everything that you have in the value option, except you'll be forfeiting the gap insurance. What that means to you, if your car is totaled, you are going to have to pay the difference between what your bank or what your insurance company is going to give you and how much you owe the bank. We did have a customer here. He bought a brand new F-150. He did trade in a Dodge. He rolled in a little bit of an equity. The difference between what his insurance company wanted to give him and his current market value was $11,000. Now, I have two options. If you're in this kind of predicament, you can either pay the $11,000, pay the $500 or $1,000 deductible, and then just come on in and get another vehicle. Or you can try to roll that in equity into a new vehicle. One, it's super hard to do with that much money. To get an approval on a loan, you're putting your taxes, the $11,000 plus your deductible into a new car. And not only is it hard to do, but if you do have excellent credit and you can get that done, you're looking at almost $300 a month in addition to whatever the car is that you're going to purchase. So that's hopefully you don't have to deal with that, but gap insurance is a really great option to make sure you're not behind the 8 ball like that. Here are your payment options at the bottom. Lastly, this option is going to give you everything your basic did except for the 3-for-1. You're driving down 95, you hit a pothole, you can't swerve out of the way. The depth of the pothole is deeper than the thickness of your tire. You're going to have a new rim. You're going to have to pay for a new tire. You're going to have to get the car to wherever it's going for them to do that work on it. Obviously, without wheel and tire, you're going to have to pay for that yourself. With wheel and tire, they're going to cover that an unlimited number of times. Most people know they have to pay for it, but they don't know quite how much it is. Just real quickly, a nice thing we have here, this goes over just how much the cost of a wheel is, the cost of a tire. On the mid-trim level, it's going to be, this one's $800, between $600 and $900 per occurrence, and that's the big stuff. It's also going to include, you hit a nail, screw, road hazard. You get a screw in your tire, you're going to need a new tire, especially the sidewalls. The nice thing about these guys, the other guys, they look at, you have 50% tread, they're only going to pay 50% of your new tire. They're going to need to do the whole thing. As long as it's not completely bald and past inspection, they're going to get it for you. You do have the windshield protection, cracks and dents, that kind of thing. The biggest thing to me is that paintless dent repair. Dings and dents in your vehicle, not only is it going to keep your vehicle looking nice, but if you eventually you're going to want a new car, when you go to trade it in, it's going to cost between $100 and $200 per occurrence, so it's going to keep your vehicle looking nice, but also save you money in the long run. Here are payment options at the bottom. Do you have any questions about any of the options? Before I ask you to make your decision.
No.
Okay, great. Which one of these works best for you?
I'll take the base payment.
Not a problem. Can you do me a favor and initial up here with the base payment? Thank you very much. Now, I've been doing this for a while. Most of the customers that do choose the base payment do it for one of two reasons. Either it is the cost or the way everything was packaged. Which way was it for you?
Packaged.
Okay, great. Nice thing of purchasing from McCafferty is I do have the ability to change the packaging to fit your needs. Assuming cost was not an option, which two of these do you see the most value in?
3-in-1 and driver's plus.
Great. This is the cost for the 3-for-1. This is the cost for the driver's plus. This will be the cost for each of them. Which one works best for you?
I'll take the one at the bottom.
Excellent.